what's been happening at any time in South Africa over the last few years, it's impossible to beat the buggers because they've got three teams that on paper are stronger than us.
I take it all back, Broncos fans. Ben Hunt's back.
Fishing isn't just about catching fish. It's about talking to other men about their, it's about drinking.
DSPN, the Devlin Sports Podcast Network.
Friday, before the weekend's rugby championship kicks off, we catch up with our man, Greg Martin. Marto, former Wallaby fullback, breakfast host, Triple M in Brisbane. They rate their bajajas off. A man's show talking about man's things, which is why, Marto, you're now presenting from your shed, the man space that it is at the Batch on the island.
Mate, just here, there are 3 chainsaws on my left. There are 16 fishing rods behind me over here in the corner. Oh, this is truly man world. I'm in the middle of a fishing comp at the moment, so I've got to get going soon.
Okay, right.
Yesterday, I failed to enter the water, so with first day fever, etc., etc. But, yeah, what a place. This Moreton Island. Don't any Kiwis come here. We don't want anyone knowing about it. It's incredible.
Now, just before we even get on to other things, I've got to make mention of the fact that you sent us this wonderful photo, which people can have a look at there. And this is you going down to the Gold Coast on the weekend with 2 huge wooden spoons, faces on, Des Hasler on one, Wayne Bennett on the other, to hand the wooden spoon to the losing coach of that game. What happened? You were welcomed there.
Well, what happened? Well, because when I was a commentator, you used to park really close to the stadium. I thought that was what happened when you go down just as a normal fan. No, I had to carry those 2 spoons 1.5 kilometres from where I parked in that stupid Gold Coast stadium. But to a person, every person wanted phone. Oh, that's funny, mate. Wooden spoon. You know, I was going to hand it to either Des if the Gold Coast lost or Wayne Bennett if the Rabbitohs lost. People were loving it. And then friggin' security. You can't bring... I said, hold on. And I showed them. They had a photo of the things you can't bring in, knives, fires, things like... not one wooden spoon on any of the things. And I said, you got to let me in. They were 7 foot long.
From bloody Brisbane, mate.
4 metres long.
Yeah, they're huge, mate, yeah.
I'd driven, that's exactly right. I'd driven 90 kilometres down from Brisbane to bring the spoon, and I was left outside. So I still had them. I still got them. I tried to present it this morning. We had the Prime Minister of Australia in our studio in Brizzy. Tried to give it to him. He didn't want to know about it. He said, we're not the wooden spooners. It's, I don't know. I think I'm going to get a really big ladder and put them at the entrance to the Gold Coast, put Des Hasler's. I don't know. But if you know anyone wants a wooden spoon, I've got 2 of the bastards.
Well, I thought that, sort of something like Saddam would have done, crossed at the beginning, sort of on the way into the stadium or something, would look great, wouldn't
it? I was providing entertainment and somehow I was rejected.
Yeah.
People take bloody flags, people take big heads in and
drums,
stuff like that, and I'm there with 7 foot long wooden spoons and had to go, and it was a very sorry walk back to the ute, another 1.5 km with the wooden spoons. They wouldn't let me in the stadium. So, I don't know, the modern world, eh?
South Africa.
The modern world.
Sunday morning, eh? So what happens up on the High Valley in Ellis Park?
Well, what's been happening at any time in South Africa over the last few years, it's impossible to beat the buggers because they've got 3 teams that on paper are stronger than us. The British Lions were stronger than us. We managed to beat them. We've got a team on the rise, as you would have seen in those last 2 test matches. We've now got size. I don't think we've got the size that the South Africans have, especially the bench will be the biggest worry. Mate, everybody knows with 25 to go, anyone who's played at Ellis Park would know with 25 to go, it feels like someone's knifed your lungs. It's just horrific. We'll be struggling enough up to that point, and then when they throw that whole pack on, we're in a fair bit of trouble. We got it's just been named. James O'Connor will be at 5'8". We're no chance whatsoever.
Oh, come on, you're a puncher.
You're
not a puncher's chance. You're a slapper's chance. Come on, you must be. I mean, the way that you played against the Lions in that 3rd test, you got to be competitive for 40 or 50 minutes.
South Africa would have beaten the Lions by. South Africa would have beaten the Lions by 40 points.
Oh, 3-0. No question, mate.
Superior at the moment. Yeah, they're superior. Unless something very bizarre happens, I can't see us going anywhere. And we've gone back. I keep talking about we haven't got a 5'8". We've got a bloke who's been playing approximately 12 minutes per game for the Crusaders all Super Rugby season. We're going to start with him against South Africa, are we? We'll see how that goes. He's 35 years of age, and I know he's growing up and matured and everything else. But crikey, if we're leaning on that, to beat the Springboks were a fair bit of strife.
Convince Lachlan that your Broncos can be a force come finals time without any first fives, Ben Hunt's back. Sorry, I take it all back, Broncos fans. Ben Hunt's back.
Well, mate, again we go. He's 36 years of age. The game's a funny old thing when we're relying on that. Adam Reynolds, who did his hamstring, 35. No, I'm not convinced at all. The only thing is that the Dolphins are in trouble because they don't have Herbie Farnworth. They don't have Felice Kafusi. The Broncos could do it, but they're not doing much that's convincing me. There's a lot of leapfrogging. Your Wires, let's talk about them. Yeah. They're in a lot of trouble too.
We're sliding as well.
What happens to you? You only have to lose one or two players and you're in trouble. Like you lost Metcalf and
Mitch Barnett.
Enough. You lose a playmaker and you're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broncos will probably beat the Dolphins, but they're not going to go too much further, I don't think.
Final question then. Who wins the Rugby Championship and why?
Australia won't. Well, it's only between All Blacks and South Africa. Why don't we just finish it off straight away there? And, mate, South Africa looks strong. They're just wonderful. They're going through that phase in their development. In AFL world, they say the window is open. The premiership window is open. The window is open, and they almost have a perfect team at the moment. They almost have three perfect teams.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Springboks will win the Rugby Championship. All Blacks will play a lot of exciting rugby and blow everyone else away apart from the Springboks. They're too bloody good.
Catch a fish for Mrs. Marto.
Yeah, but that's not what it's about. Let's remember that.
Right.
Fishing isn't just about catching fish. It's about talking to other men about their, it's about drinking.
And talking to other men about drinking.
And I think we've got a problem. Going to get you another beer. That's what fishing's about.
DSPN.